Nice. Hello, everybody. My name's Chris. This is Steve, and we're doing a mock um, motivational interview initial assessment. And the skills I'll be working on are motivational interviewing techniques and the collaborative approach. And we'll get started. Okay. Good afternoon, Steve. So, what brings you in today?
Well, I've had a problem in work with, I've had a back injury, excuse me, and excuse me,
It's okay.
and I'm taking some medication for the pain, and it's affecting my work, I think. But more than that, I'm probably taking the medication more than I should, more than I really need it.
Okay.
I'm kind of feeling like I shouldn't be doing that.
So, what kind of things are happening that you feel that you're taking too much?
Well, I usually used to just take it to go to work, but now I'm finding that I'm feeling a little down when I don't take it, so I take it when I'm home and I'm not working now. Not every day, but sometimes I'll take it when I really don't need it for pain.
Okay. Are you think you're feeling like you're relying on it a little bit too much to function day to day, or is it something
Well,
that,
not to function, but I think it makes me feel better. It
hmm
brings my mood up a little better. It's just basically makes me feel good.
Okay.
Other than relieving the pain, which is, something I used to just take for work, but now I'm taking it when I don't go to work.
Gotcha. Have you been able to kind of discuss that with your doctor, the one who's prescribing the
No,
medication?
didn't
Okay.
talk to my doctor about it.
Okay. Is that something you think you might want to do in the future?
Yeah, I probably should, but I figured he might cut me off.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't want him
Okay.
to cut me off because I don't know. I guess I probably should, but I'm afraid that he'll cut me off the pain medication and I won't
Gotcha.
have it when I really need it.
Right. Okay. So it sounds like you initially took it for the pain,
Exactly.
and now it sounds like you're taking it because you feel like you need it, or you just enjoy the feeling that it's giving you.
Yeah, not that I need it. I enjoy the feeling.
Okay.
It
Okay.
just it makes me feel better. Just not that I'm depressed or anything.
Right.
It's almost like having a drink. Just kind of mellows you out a little bit.
Right. Okay.
Makes you just feel good.
Well, the types of pain medications that are out there do have that risk of becoming addictive. So that's probably something that we should talk about. You know, the medication you're taking, some of the problems that may arise, or, addictive qualities of that medication.
Right.
Now, I also have to let you know that what we talk about here is strictly confidential. Probably should have said that right in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And that also, myself as a licensed social worker, I have to let you know that I'm a mandated reporter, and everything that is said and talked about here is kept confidential unless there's a safety issue where if you would have a plan to harm yourself or somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted you to be aware of that. That's not just a policy of my agency. That's a National Social Worker Code of Conduct policy. So,
Right.
and I'm bound here to help you and to hopefully find solutions that will work, and hopefully we can work together to come up with some good solutions. So,
Okay.
sorry if I ask you more questions about
Yeah.
the medication. Okay. Now, how long have you been taking the medication?
About 3 months.
Okay. Did the doctor kind of give you a time frame when you first got it prescribed as to how long that might be necessary?
No, he just gave me a 3 month prescription. You
Okay.
know, um, I guess 90-day, but he wasn't expecting me take it every day either.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're going through it a little bit faster than you think you should.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something we'll have to look into. You know, besides the services that are offered here in my agency, there are also other support groups that I could link you with.
Hmm.
But I hear that, and that's something that I can give you information, for you to take with you before you leave. And through our discussions, hopefully we can come up with some strategies on how to maybe deal with that issue a little bit better. Now let me ask you this: has the taking the medication, has that had any other impacts on your life, at work or at home, with relationships outside of
Yeah, it's
school?
a little bit of work, but I mean, I need to take it for work, but it's also kind of makes me a little tired too, so I'm not really functioning as well as I should in work, or maybe doing as much work as I should. And nobody's noticed until, nobody's complained about me, but I
Okay.
could tell I'm kind of slacking off a little bit.
Gotcha. You don't feel
And
like
I'm,
you're 100%.
right,
Okay.
right. And I'm afraid it's going to catch up with, you know, to me.
Okay. Well, one positive thing is that you are seeking out some help early on. A lot of people, could tend to let this problem get worse and worse before they seek out some help.
Right. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
So that's you're in a good spot, because you are seeking out help, and what we can do is look into that a little bit further with our discussions. Now, so how about relationships outside of work? Are there
No,
anything going on there that
no,
you're
because
concerned
it's
about?
actually pretty good because when I take the medication, doesn't affect anything I'm doing at home really.
Okay.
And I'm feeling better. I'm not, not anxious or anything. So it's
Okay.
really not affecting that now.
Right.
That's one of my concerns too. Who knows if I start maybe taking 2 a day,
Right.
and then it might,
You don't want to get too dependent on that.
right,
It sounds
right,
like that's what you're saying.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to affect anything at home.
Right. Well, like I said, it does sound like you're being very responsible about this. Now, is there other things that it's causing? Any other issues besides just the pain that's going on, that you're having any issues with?
And why I'm taking the medication?
Yes.
No, basically it's just the pain, and it makes me, makes me feel good.
Right.
Other than helping with the pain, I'm in a better mood when I take it.
Okay.
I feel calmer, and
Is that a big difference from how you felt before taking the medication?
yeah, I was a little, I guess, jittery and
Okay.
anxious at times.
So you feel like the pain is reducing that anxiety a
The
little
pain
bit?
medication, yeah.
Okay. And are you comfortable? It doesn't sound like you're feeling too comfortable with that relief, because you're coming in and you're concerned about this turning into a problematic situation, even when you don't necessarily need
Exactly.
for the
I'm
pain.
using the medication instead of just trying to
Right.
do it on my own and
Okay.
just calm myself down,
Right.
or, yeah, I'm basically depending on the medication to
Okay.
not only ease the pain, but
Make you feel better.
make me feel better.
Do you think you'd be open for some other alternatives to help make you feel better about yourself that may not necessarily be, involving medication? Maybe some
Yeah.
holistic things, or maybe an exercise program or things like that, or finding some things you enjoy doing that don't involve taking the drugs.
Definitely.
Because that's something we can talk about as well.
Okay.
And hopefully in the future, if we find a couple of things that work well, then based off of what your interests are, then maybe that could be a possible replacement, for
That would work for me.
that,
Yeah.
So that's something we can talk about
Okay.
more along down the road. Now, do you have any other questions about the services that are provided here, or is there any other issues going on outside of the taking the medication and using that to make yourself feel better at this point?
No, other than the the general nervousness and mild, it's not a problem. It's um, just everyday life and money worries and things like that. You just worry about grandkids and everyday stuff, that I probably shouldn't worry so much about. That
Okay.
that like I say, when I take the medication,
It makes that kind of
it makes
those
that
things
stuff
go
go
away.
away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it does sound like, we could also talk about the things that are making you anxious or the things that made you feel anxious before taking the medication, because maybe that would relieve some of the need to take it, but
Yeah.
we would have to talk about that, and that would take some time.
Okay.
And but I'm more than willing to help you with that, and take your suggestions along the way too, and looking at different ideas and coping skills and strategies that work well for you to make sure that you're feeling good on your own,
Right.
without sounds like you're
That-
feeling like you're relying on the medication.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good.
Like I say, it's not a big problem. I don't have major anxiety, but
Right.
it makes me feel better.
Well, anxiety can take a lot of different forms and can control a lot of people's lives in a lot of different ways, and it's good to have the appropriate coping strategies to deal with those things. Now, do you feel that that anxiety was problematic before taking the medication?
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, it was there, and it was just part of life. I figured,
Right.
it's not, it wasn't debilitating or anything like that. It was just there.
Okay.
And like I said, the medication takes it away.
Well, hopefully we can find better solutions for you so you're not relying on those medications, and
Yeah.
come up with some other strategies that'll be helpful to you.
Right.
So would you be open to coming in every week and setting up a time to come in and start talking about those things?
Yeah.
Okay. That
Um,
sounds good.
what about my doctor? Are you going to have to tell my doctor about this now?
Um, Only if you want me to. This is something that, for me to share any kind of that information, I would have to have, your written consent to do so.
Right.
And I wouldn't share that information unless that's something you would be okay with me doing.
And can you influence my doctor to keep giving me this medication?
Well, I am not a licensed medical doctor where, that would be that person's field, not mine.
Right.
My level of care kind of just revolves around counseling and therapy and providing resources to you and information and working with you to find ways to make positive change for you,
Right.
based off of your needs. So, unless it's, looking at doing severe harm to yourself or others, then no, I would be bound by our confidentiality.
So you can't get me more medication.
No, that's definitely
Okay.
not something that I can do.
Okay, that's fine.
But I can give you resources and support groups to help you with those things, and that's something that we can work together in the future to hopefully address
Okay.
if you're comfortable with
Yeah,
that. Okay.
definitely.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. How about we meet again next Wednesday and start talking more about, all the things that we discussed today, the anxiety and, the medication and how that's making you feel, and, what you want to get out of our counseling sessions when we meet together.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right.